On today's episode of Dinner with Ms. Knox, I sat with Shaquanna Brooks, aka Miss Business, and Laquanna McNeil of Real Estate Charm School to discuss how to make 2019 my best year yet. Join us. 2018 for me was a year of putting things in place. Toast to the Vision. I started off with Toast to the Vision. I got there. I was inspired to do my thing.
So happy you came.
Right? So I had my vision right. So now what? I need to execute on the vision that I set last January. What do I need to do? So I'm calling the coaches back. I want to prioritize Emerald in 2019. So I need some advice on how you guys prioritize yourselves. And is that selfish? I don't think it is, but
it's okay to be selfish. That it is selfish, but it's okay to be selfish. I personally don't know if I'm the best person to tell you how to prioritize yourself, because right now I am in grind mode. So for me, everything is business, my goals. Every day, I don't think there's a day I wake up and I'm not working on my goals or my business or my brand, because I just feel like I have a short amount of time to have maximum results.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've traveled, I've had fun, I've done everything. And not to say, I go out with my friends and I have fun still, but not as much. I'm saying no to a lot more. So I guess it's what's important to you. As long as I'm doing what I need to do for my end goal, to me right now, that's serving me.
But it seems like you still have a lot of fun.
I do.
She does.
I do have fun, but
it doesn't always seem strategic.
No, it's definitely not strategic. I do have fun, but I don't feel like I say yes to as many things as I used to say yes to.
I would say my advice to you, you really got to start managing your time. We are so quick to be in our phones and answering the whole freaking world, and then next thing we know, it's 9 p.m., it's 10 p.m. I don't have time for myself. Oh my gosh. We get frustrated. So you really got to say, all right, I'm going to get all these things done. I'm going to spend time with my family, and now it's my time. 9 p.m. or 8 p.m., phone is shut down. Do not disturb. You have to start being really strict with yourself. It's hard, but it's so worth it. Then you'll feel like you're giving more of your energy and yourself to people that matter because you've had your time.
Yeah.
You can't give somebody, you if you haven't even spent time with you.
Right.
And cultivated that. So I think you should start really doing that. And I see you moving and shaking, but
a part of my brain is outward facing though. It's all about socializing, doing things like this. That's why I created Dinner with Ms. Knox, because I love to have dinner with my friends and we always have amazing conversations, but I do need this to feel like it's a part of my business as well. So for me to be able to have these conversations and document them is a big deal, but then also when people comment, I have to spend hours responding and being fast.
So maybe you pick a day where, all right, Sunday, I'm not going to post, I'm not going to put something on my story for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Because if I do, I got to hurry up and answer.
Yes.
So you got to pick and choose so you're not feeling overwhelmed.
Social media is definitely a big part of my day. I feel like I spend so much time writing captions, responding to people. You don't understand how many people reach out to me, schedule appointments, just talk to me about their business. And so social media is built into my business, so I feel like I can't ignore it. But what Laquanna said was true. Maybe I need to become more strict with it, where if it's after a certain time or a certain day, I'm giving a part of that a rest, right? I'm like, okay, social media today, I'm gonna give you a rest. It's hard though.
So now that we fully have Instagram, Snapchat, and all these things, and it's not going anywhere, I've seen that I probably need to unfollow and mute a lot of people who are distracting me. People who I follow, who I love.
Your friends.
That I have to mute. Do you think that that's okay?
I think anything that you need to do for you is okay. Right? But if you mute them, they won't know, so that's fine. So if you're not blocking them or whatever.
Oh, I block people too.
Okay.
Do you unfollow?
I block people who are not considerate of my feelings.
Do you unfollow?
Hold on.
That's deep.
How does someone?
If I'm dating somebody that we break up, and then they start dating someone else, you can't post them and the other person casually having I just feel so I would block you and still love you.
That's also
but if you
protecting
can't
your
choose,
space.
yeah.
Okay. I understand that.
I have block parties all the time.
Do you block, Laquanna? I don't know.
I block and unblock. I'm feeling. But yeah, sometimes you have to block. And then it makes me not look at their stuff too. So
I mute. I don't know. Maybe I'm like a punk. I like mute people, but I don't block them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
She wants everyone to see the life she's living. Like, yep, I still got it.
But don't you think that, so we could transition into social media and how I think it's a real thing. People are always like, it's just an app. But like, I feel like now, no, that's like more real life than us sitting here. Because once we do this, we're going to post it and let it live there.
Yeah.
And that's when we're going to see how we actually feel about it. So we experience things and then we put it out there and then we start to, then we experience it that way. So right now I feel like we're performing. We'll post it and then experience it and be like, oh, that was nice. I mean, I don't know if I'm the only person who does
It
that.
sucks. It's like a moment in time and everybody's living off that 5-minute clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after the
15
clip,
seconds.
how they feeling, right?
I know, right?
15 seconds, 59 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
How are they feeling after the clip? When they go home, we don't know.
So do you think that following people, just like your network, you're big on networking. So social media is your network. Should you secure that? Should you mute, block, have a core group, not retain, like?
I agree. So for me, I have a business page and I have my personal page, right? So it's very easy for me to kind of differentiate between those two.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, if I don't feel that, like, just because you're my cousin and you follow me on my business page, it doesn't mean I'm going to follow you back, right?
Mm-hmm.
We follow each other on the personal page. My business page for me, and people sometimes will get offended if you don't follow them from your page, like from your business page. But I feel like I spend a lot of time giving out content. I give out a lot of free information. You don't know how many people call my phone. My telephone number is like on Instagram. People will call me and like talk to me about their business issues, or sometimes they just want to, talk. So I just feel like I give so much of myself, and that's what I'm there for.
All right, so my vision is kind of right now. You telling me what I need to do. Now, my other goal is to start working on some real estate. I think I need a house. I'm 31. What's going on? Like, don't I need to get a crib?
That's the thing. Everybody's like looking on Instagram and looking online and seeing people buying their homes and feeling behind. Like, we need to make sure there is a financial empowerment plan going on before you just, all right, I'm ready to buy a house because it looks good and it just makes sense. I'm 31 now. No. People think because of your age or where you think you should be that you can't rent anymore. I don't believe in renting. But if that's where you are, start where you are. That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's build a plan out. All right, you want to buy a house. We got to see how much you're going to be pre-approved for. A lot of people ready to buy. They start looking at properties. All right, I want this one. Can you afford it? I don't know. Like, we need to see how much you could be pre-approved for. We put a plan in place. It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
So don't feel like you can't do it or you're behind. You're right on time.
So I love Brooklyn. And I'm always torn between like brownstone, but then I also feel like I'm like a condo girl. Like I feel like I need a doorman and
Yes.
my packages.
I feel.
But I also feel like I want to have a cookout. I can't be having all my friends coming to the rooftop, the community room.
Yeah.
So what do you recommend? Because I want to stay in Brooklyn. I want to stay in New York for sure.
So you have to figure out what kind of person are you, right? You want a brownstone
Correct.
house? No.
Correct.
Do you want
You
to
want to
do
do
it?
in my coffee cup.
Are you okay with paying maintenance charges? If you want probably to start maybe a condo with some outdoor space, you can still have your barbecue, still have your friends over and do hood rat things with your hood rat friends.
Make sure you invite me.
Okay.
Cheers to that.
Yes. Good one.
Okay, so I did Brunching with Miss Business relationship edition because I feel like relationships, when it comes to success, is most ignored.
Mm-hmm.
People don't put enough into their network, but they want to say, okay, well, I need to know my credit score, or I need to know everything about an industry. The reality is, if you knew someone in that industry, you can get somewhere way faster than you sitting behind a computer, Googling and trying to figure it out yourself. And so for me, I just feel that there are certain core things, education, relationships, just that mindset. And so those are like my principles that, I don't really talk about it much. It's coming like all over my page because I want people to understand that success is more than money.
Mm-hmm.
Success is more than, you just saying, okay, reading affirmations. So when I put together Brunch with Miss Business, I wanted to touch on all those different relationships so that people understand that your relationship at home needs to be good, your relationship in business needs to be good, your relationships with your friends needs to be good, right? Like, look at us, like, we are all coming together. I'm talking to you about my events, you're talking to me about your events. There's no, we're always supporting one another. So, I just feel that people don't put enough into it. So that was my thing for Brunch Women's Business.
Yes. And I thought it was good, but I had 2 issues.
What was the issues?
One issue was networking up, that you live by. Yeah. But I also feel like you need to network across, and you also need to network down sometimes too. Because the doorman could sometimes let you in. Like, it's been so many security guards who got me in an event because I was just nice. Mm-hmm. That what if I was shitty to him, and my homegirl who's like the VP can't get me in, but the security guard got me in. So I want you to clarify, because I was like, no.
Did I say
Did
that?
you say that?
I don't remember. That's my problem.
You're telling people to stop, to get out of their comfort zone. Find the power player in the room.
Correct. Correct.
So,
correct.
But I'm like, find a waiter too, because you might need some extra sauce.
You know what?
That's true.
I want to clarify that, because you're absolutely right. A part of my business is knowing doormen for every building in Long Island City or wherever I'm working. So I definitely do network lateral, if you want to take that out. So yes, I should have clarified that. I wanted to say, basically what I was trying to say is, don't just be comfortable with who you already know, mm-hmm. who you're comfortable talking to, mm-hmm. because you probably think they don't make as much money as you and it's safe. Go up to that person that might challenge you, or mm-hmm. want to network with them, or ask to be their mentee, mm-hmm. or things like that. Like, just don't be scared in that, fashion. So mm-hmm. I didn't mean to say only deal with people who are better than you. That's it. Like,
I'm like, if they all better than me, why do you want to be like that? Because they live by the same principle.
For sure. Be your friends sometimes. They all come together and build something epic. So not down in that.
Thank you for clarifying that.
I feel like I'm learning that now with you guys, with stepping out of my comfort zone and making new friends at a later age. And I want to encourage people to do that. So, like, do you guys do that? Because I know you also have a core group of friends, like your 15-year-old, 14, like you do everything with them, but then like there's different conversations that need to be had with other people that you just also like and love as well.
I am not against making new friends. I have my core friends. Laquanna and I have been friends since elementary school. I have all my friends, for the most part, all of them I met between, elementary, junior high school, and high school. Mm-hmm. A few people I met after. I'm not against making new friends, but I'm also not pressed to mm-hmm. make new friends. So I've noticed that about myself, and why I mentioned like, okay, I'm not pressed to meet new friends is because I find that sometimes I do kind of build a wall, because I don't care about, not saying you, but I don't care about kind of creating a new relationship because I have my friends, so it kind of allows me to build this wall to not open myself up to actually make new friends. But I'm all for making new friends, but I'm also scared to make new friends because the stories that I hear from females, I don't have to deal with that within my core circle of friends. And so while I want new friends and I'm very nice, so I talk to everyone, it's scary because people are having horror stories, and there's always arguing and bickering and just things that I'm not about. So for me, it's like, I want new friends, but if it happens genuinely, I'm, all for it. I'm not going to close it out. But at the same time, I'm like, are you shady? Okay.
Yeah. But do you believe, I'm starting to believe, actually, that there's friends for different things. Because some of my friends, I'll be like, girl, you want to go to Fred's at Barney's? And she's like, hell yeah. Then my other girl's like, why? Like, why would I want to go to a store to eat? Yeah. And I still love my friend. Like, it's not like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I have like different friends for different things, but I also don't want to stretch myself out so thin that no one feels like I'm a good friend. But I started to be like, oh, that's my girl who we gonna go to the one hotel, we gonna go to Barney. Like, because I want to do that, but then I have my other friends that I want to just chill. Like, I just want to not even talk about my business. I want to just like not, I don't want them to have expectations of me and my success and my plan. But then I also don't want to be this like judgmental person who's being like, hey girls, or questioning people about what they're working on all the time, because I want them to eventually join me at Friends, or so, you know what I mean? Like, and I found that I could be that person who is like coercing somebody.
She's looking at me because I was that person.
She worked you through it.
I was that person, and
which part?
Always want all my friends to just want success, to want to be CEOs of companies. And I would tell Shaquanna, like, I just don't understand. Like, why? She's like, that's just not how it is. And I just didn't get it. And I was a little bit judgmental about it. Like, well, I shouldn't be hanging out with everybody because I want to be here and everybody's there. It's not going to help me get there. Like, we shouldn't think that way. There are friends for certain things and they help you balance out your life. Like, you don't need to talk about your job all the time, success, money, all that. You're going to get tired. Yeah. Right? You need the homegirl where you could just wear sweats and talk about your man problems or what's going on. And just put your head down. You know? So kind of have that balance. I feel like lately you've changed and shifted your energy. Like, you're attracting all these people to you. Yeah. Even myself. Yeah. I'm looking at you every day. I want to be a part of your life. I want to know what's going on.
I want to work out.
Yeah. Like, what happened?
I mean, I had to, because I feel like I was angry. I was mad. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know how to describe. I needed an energy shift really, really badly, because I felt like I was attracting the wrong people in the sense of nothing was happening. It was always like a almost, or this might happen, and I wasn't taking responsibility for myself and my role in the different relationships that I had. And I also I had super high expectations of people that I didn't have of myself. So if I had a client and I'm like, girl, you should do skincare videos or something, but I don't even execute some of the things that I want to do, I would be really upset if my client didn't do what I said that they needed to do. And then they could easily just, go back to me and be like, well, you don't have 2 separate pages. Like, don't tell me, like, so it's like I needed to start to practice what I was preaching. And I needed to just get some new energy around me. Like, I'm a ball of energy. Like, even without my skinny hennies, I'm like, let's get it. Yeah. Like, let's go. But I'm like, okay, you can't have all that energy without anything to show for it. Like, no execution, no weight loss, no. And I was like, let me pick some simple things to do that I know I can do, because I needed to set up some small wins. Because I've had some big wins and I also had some big losses. Mm-hmm. That, it was before Instagram and Facebook, so it's like nobody will remember. But I had some really major heartbreaks, in the sense of, like, it's not death or anything or sickness, so people usually count those out because they're like, nothing happened to you, girl. Yeah. Right.
But it's traumatizing.
But it's traumatizing to have you
die.
Right. But did you die? And I'm like, no, but it still hurt. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I had to get some wins for myself. I had to embarrass myself and do some things that are corny to figure out how I want to get things right, because it was 2 things. It was, I needed to win. I needed to feel the dopamine that you get when you win something. Like, when I work out and then I get that DM from you and you're like, go girl, I need that. So that's why I put it out there, because otherwise I could sit here by myself and eat my cookies and like never work out and be okay with that. But I need to like have people hold me accountable. That's one of my weaknesses that I counted, but I'm trying to figure out how to be a strength. So if I put it out there and then people hold me accountable, I'm going to achieve my goals that way. I want to feel good. You only here for a little while. Right. Like, just live the whole thing. Like, I live every single day.
That's good.
Like, you know what I mean? You know how people take days off from living? I'm like,
no. Not me. No.
Like, every single day, even if it's just working out.
I don't feel like I live every day. Remember, we gotta have another talk about this. You're talking about how you can find balance. I need to know how you win every day.
Yeah, a little small win where I can pat myself on the back, because I need that. And you have to honor what you need. Like, I need people to be like,
go girl.
And that works for me.
That's big of you to note that you need that. I feel like with me, like, I don't feel like I've ever, after any of my events, after selling out Toast to the Vision, after selling out Brunching with Miss Business, even everything that I had to go through, even quitting my job and starting my own company. Yeah, like, I don't feel that I ever stopped and been like, damn, like, you're doing it. Like, you're really living. I don't reflect and be like, it's just like, okay, you did that, what's next? You did that, what's next? Yeah. It's like always like a check, like, okay, you did that.
So do you think it'll catch up to you in the end?
When you say catch up to me, what do you mean?
Her rose is gonna
There's
die.
people who are so
'Cause
successful.
She's smelling them. You need to smell your roses.
Yeah, people are so successful and then they're like, they end up in pain.
Do you feel like you smell your roses?
I'm starting to. I got a new bouquet. I am smelling my roses because we're so. Another thing too, we try to remain humble.
Yeah.
But that don't
Yes.
mean you remain quiet. Like, you
That's
know,
true.
like, oh, we don't want to really talk about it. We're doing our thing. We just want to keep going. Like, nah, stop, reflect. I did that.
Yeah.
That was me. Pat yourself. Smell that rose because we're just going to never be fulfilled. We're going to keep going. I had to learn that. I'm still learning that.
We don't talk about ourselves. Like, I just go off about Laquanna.
I could do the same with her.
And when even ideas, I'm sitting there, I'm like, you should be doing this, you could do this, you could do this. But when it's me, I'm like, man, okay, I guess I could do that. Yeah, that's kind of a good idea, you know? And so when I need to really just talk about myself, I'm like, what am I supposed to say? Oh no, I don't want it to sound like that. Or no, I don't want it to come off like this. And so that's definitely something that I need to work on because I never stopped to be like, okay, you did that.
Yeah.
Like even after
Well, say it now.
I did that.
Okay.
My whole life in 2018 kind of started over. It was right out of a relationship. I quit my job. I started my business. I started launching my events. So everything that I'm doing right now is brand new for me. So for me, 2018 was like straight building.
Yeah.
And so now 2019, which is why we were in Miami, is straight execution for me. So now that I have everything in place, now it's time for me to start building those systems, those processes, you know, so that I can kind of take a step away from my business and say, okay, I have employees, you know, I have these systems in place. This is what I'm going to do. Like,
So what's the end goal?
I don't know.
You'll
I
know it
don't
when
know.
it happens.
I feel like for me, for everything that I have going on to reach its peak, and again, I would need to sit back and define what's the peak for everything.
Yeah.
Right? I think Quanah had asked me more like of a monetary value, like how much money would you need to have? And I'm not focused on money. Like I'm not that person that's like, oh my God, I need $5 million. I just need to be able to live. Like just me being able to do whatever it is that I want to do, you know, having a family, having that healthy relationship, right? Like I don't want any relationship if it's not healthy, from friends to significant other, having that healthy relationship, having children. So for me, I guess, I don't know. I have to define that. Another thing I have to work on in 2019.
How do you manage love and success? Because I know you're a lover.
I am a lover. I'm a passionate person. It's hard. I got to make sure I'm finding time for my man. I'm finding time for my business. And I'm not being and her. And I'm not being selfish. Because there's days where I'm just like, I just want to be myself. I don't want anybody to ask me for anything. Not my clients, not my man, you know. I just want to be crazy looking and not be pretty and wear my sweats around the house, you know. But you just balance it. I found a way, I think.
Wow, that was super dope. Miss Business and Miss McNeil gave me so many tips on how to execute my vision in 2019. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed Dinner with Miss Knox.